I want to tell you a story. Your life isn't bad. In fact, from the outside, it probably looks full and responsible and pretty normal. You get up in the morning, you get ready for the day, and immediately the to-do list begins running through your mind. Work, errands, groceries, bills, appointments. And if you have kids or a partner, their needs are woven into everything too. You're thinking about what everyone else needs before you even finish your first cup of coffee. You try to fit in things that you know are good for you, maybe exercise, maybe reading, maybe taking a walk somewhere beautiful. But those things always seem to land at the bottom of the list. They're the things you'll do after everything else is done. And it's frustrating because everything else is never really done. So by the time the weekend comes, you're often exhausted. The days fill up with chores, family activities, or catching up on all the things that didn't get done during the week. You might sit down and realize you haven't done anything that actually nourishes you, not in a long time. And yet, there's a feeling that keeps appearing every now and then, a sense that life could feel deeper than this, more spacious, more alive somehow. And you may not even be able to put words to it. You just know that the rhythm of constant doing has slowly pushed your own desires, has pushed you, without even realizing it, to the bottom of your life. And one day, you see something about an experience available to you. Maybe it's a social media post, maybe a photo of an old path or a garden. Could be a joyful group of friends. It could be a story about someone standing in a quiet place, breathing deeply and just listening. It makes you pause for a moment. Something about it feels beautiful, but you keep scrolling because your mind immediately fills with practical thoughts. That looks amazing, but I can't do it right now. Maybe someday. And then normal life continues. But the idea still lingers in the background. Eventually, something inside you changes. It could be a simple realization, or you may feel it acutely, that the months keep passing and you keep postponing things that would bring you joy. The aha moment might happen when you feel overcome by exhaustion from the endless to-do list, or perhaps close to a big birthday, a life transition, or a real moment of honest reflection. And suddenly, the thought changes from maybe someday to why not now, to it is time. Not perfectly logical, but very clear. And when you actually sign up for this experience, this retreat, the feeling can be surprisingly mixed. There's exhilaration and almost immediately a wave of nervousness or even guilt. And you might sit there for a moment thinking, oh my gosh, what did I just do? It can feel almost like buyer's remorse, but it's not really regret. That's the old voice and story you've been carrying for years, saying things like, you shouldn't spend money on something like this, or the time. You should be responsible, but everyone else needs you more. And underneath that voice is another one that says, and I did it anyway. There's a spark of excitement in that because you know you just chose something for yourself. When the retreat begins, you're still carrying the rhythm of your life with you. Your mind is still used to lists and schedules and responsibilities. But slowly, something transforms. It might happen when you're walking through sacred stones or standing in a garden somewhere beautiful. The softness could happen when you're simply sitting quietly without needing to do anything for anyone else. You take a deep breath and realize something surprising. I forgot how this feels. Not escape, not becoming a different person, just the feeling of stepping back into my own life again. That moment is really joyful, and sometimes it's a little tender too, because when you remember the feeling, you also realize how long it's been since you've given yourself this much attention. You give yourself a little time to sit with this, and you understand something important. The spaciousness you feel isn't actually coming from the location alone. The place helped open the door, but the capacity for that depth and presence is always within you and available to you. You didn't lose it. You simply forgot. When you return home, your life is still your life. Your responsibilities haven't disappeared, but something inside you has shifted. You begin putting more of yourself back into your life. And this means protecting time for what feeds you. A walk somewhere beautiful, a class about something that has interested you, time to yourself without guilt. And it probably means an important conversation with friends, family, at work. Sometimes it means saying no to something you once automatically agreed to. Often, it simply means noticing beauty again instead of rushing past it. You haven't changed everything, but you've remembered that your life can hold depth and spaciousness, not just the endless to-do list. And once you remember that feeling, it stays a part of you and becomes very hard to forget again.